Hey guys, what is up and welcome to the Quadratic Academy, and in today's video we are going to look at this question from 2025 GCE Math Paper 1. So this is from question 22. So as you can see, now this is a quadratic curve over the function. So now what's going to happen is we are going to solve this question, okay? So we can see that this is the curve, and then this is the y and x axis. So what you're going to do is answer the two questions so that you guys that are writing this here, you can now understand how to be able to approach this kind of a question. So remember that this question comes each and every single year. So let's now get into this. So find the coordinates of A and B. So how do you find the coordinates of A and B? So the first important thing is you look at this position, which is A and B. So for this A, you have the coordinate as x, y, and then also for B, x, y. Okay, meaning that there is a number here that I don't know, and there is a number here that I don't know. So in the x-axis, okay, in the x-axis, you're going to say that number, 0. So this is going to be, meaning so now this is going to be whatever the number is there, you're going to say, x, 0. Then also here is going to be x, 0. Now, the moment you do that, these are the coordinates that you're going to use in this equation. Now, we know that y equals to x squared minus 6x plus 5. Okay? Now, once you get this, what you're going to do is, now we know that this 0, okay, is represented by, or this 0 that you see, it is being represented by what? Y. So in this equation that I have, I'm going to put 0 where there is y. So I'm going to have 0 equals to x squared minus 6x plus 5, which is the same as saying x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. So we know that this is a standard of a quadratic equation. So from there now we can use what we call the factorization method, where we find the sum, the product, okay, and the factors. So from there we can see that our x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. So what is your A, what is your B, okay, and what is your C? So our A is the number in front, the coefficient, which is just 1. And then our B is the number in front of x, which is a 6, negative 6. Our C is just the constant 5. And then from there now, I know that to find the product, I have to multiply A times C, which is 1 times 5 equals to 5. And then other two numbers that I can multiply together in order for me to get positive 5, I can also say negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 equals to positive 5. So you have these two possible numbers that are giving us 5. So negative 1 times negative 5. So from there now, I'm going to find the sum. So now the sum comes from the factors. So you look at what is your sum. Your sum here is negative 6. Okay? So you ask yourself now, this sum is meaning we are adding now the two numbers that are going to give us negative 6. Now, these two numbers, they don't come from anywhere. They come from the products, okay? Which sometimes you can call them, the two numbers that you have multiplied together. So from this, we know that negative 1 plus, open bracket, negative 5 equals to what? Negative 6. Okay? So from there now, we know that once you do this, the same as saying -1, this times that, -5 equals to -6. So that is our sum. Okay. So from there now, once you find the sum, and we know now the factors that are giving us the sum is -1, -5. So from there now, what you're going to do is you're going to say, from this now, x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. So then you can now substitute here with these two numbers. Okay? So x squared minus, so this is -1, just be -x minus 5x is equal to, plus 5 is equal to 0. So now from there, so x squared minus x minus 5x plus 5 is equal to 0. So then we can just now put them in brackets, this and this and this, okay, in bracket. So what you're going to do now is factorize them, okay? So this is now the point where we need to factorize, okay? So we are going to say what is common here is x, open bracket, then with x minus 1. Then what is common here is going to be what? -5, okay? -5, and then here we're going to have x, then -5 into +5, that will be just -1 is equal to 0, okay? So now this outside can be put together, x minus this, and then in the bracket they're just the same, we pick 1 equals to 0. And then now from there we are going to say x minus 5 equals to 0, or x minus 1 equals to 0. And then from there we now make x the subject, x is equals to 0. So this one goes there, x is 5, or x equals 1. Okay? So now we have been able to find now the values of x. Okay? So these values of x, they are the one that you're going to put on A and B. So you follow also in terms of ascending order, okay? In terms of which one is smaller and which one is bigger. So from there, looking at this one, after 0, what number comes next? Just 1. So our A equals to 1, okay? So it's going to be 1, 0. And then our B equals to 5, 0, because 5 is very far from 0. So we can determine to say this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 there. So in the final sense is that the coordinate of A is 1, 0, and the coordinate of B is 5, 0. Okay. So now this is how we can be able to find the coordinates of A and B. So use the factorization method. So mostly in paper 1, that's what works out. So now we're going to answer the last question, which is now finding the turning point of this curve. So we know that the turning point is the point at which the curve is about to start rising upward again. Okay. So now when it comes to finding the turning point, so what are you supposed to do? So the turning point, first of all, you find the x coordinate, okay? So the x coordinate, x equals to -b divided by 2a, okay? So from there we saw that if you have a quadratic equation, x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0, okay? So what's going to happen is, you know that your A is just 1, the coefficient in front of x, and then your b is just what? Negative 6. Okay, so there is no c here, so there is no need for you to determine what your c is. So from there now, my x is going to be negative, and then b is what? Negative 6. And then divide by 2 multiplied by a. What is my a? Is just 1. And then from there now, I can now say my x is equal to what? Negative times negative, that is positive 6. So we have something like this. 2 into 6, this is just going to be 3. Okay? So now that gives us the coordinate of x. Okay? Now once we find the coordinate of x, we need to find now the corresponding value in terms of y. So how do we find that one? So we are going to find y by getting this equation. Okay? So y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5. So now we know that x is 3. So we're going to say y equals to, we put now 3 here, we substitute now, minus this, then plus that. Okay? And then from there we can just now simplify 3 squared, that is 9, then negative 6 times 3, that is negative 18 plus 5. Okay, so just now finishing from this side, so this is going to be y is equal to 9 minus 18 plus 5. Okay, so from there now y, so 9 plus 5, that is what? 14 minus 18. So y equals to negative 4. Okay? So we are saying that the value of y is what? Negative 4. So therefore, the turning point is now 3, negative 4. Okay, so this is how we can be able to tackle this question, and I hope and believe that you have gained something. So thank you so much. If you love this video, if you like it, please support us by subscribing, following, and sharing this video. Thank you so much, and I'll be able to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.